I use AI tools every day, and they're advancing at a mind-blowing pace. We now have AI that writes code, creates photorealistic images, and analyzes data in seconds. It's easy to wonder, are the robots coming for our jobs? But here's the truth. There are core human skills where AI just can't compete. These skills build trust, drive innovation, and solve problems in ways algorithms can't. This video is about the 7 most critical, future-proof skills that will keep you relevant and make you more valuable in an AI-driven world. It's not about fearing technology, but about doubling down on what makes us uniquely human. Let's dive into the timeless abilities that keep you respected and irreplaceable. Let's get into it. First up, emotional intelligence, or EQ. This is one of the most important skills you can develop, especially in a world where technology is advancing at lightning speed. While technical skills and knowledge are essential, it's your emotional intelligence that truly sets you apart in the workplace and in life. Emotional intelligence is your ability to understand and manage your own emotions, as well as to recognize, interpret, and influence the emotions of others. It's about being aware of how you feel, why you feel that way, and how your emotions impact your actions and decisions. But it's also about tuning in to the feelings of those around you, your coworkers, your clients, your friends, and responding with empathy and understanding. Sure, AI can analyze words, scan for sentiment, and even predict moods based on data, but it can't truly feel or connect on a human level. It doesn't experience joy, frustration, or excitement. It can't pick up on the subtle cues in someone's voice or the look in their eyes that tells you how they're really doing. The best managers and leaders aren't just taskmasters, they're listeners, motivators, and connectors. They know how to bring people together, inspire trust, and create a sense of belonging. They recognize when someone needs encouragement, when a team member is struggling, or when it's time to celebrate a win. That's not something you can program into a machine. High EQ builds trust, loyalty, and a positive work environment. It's the foundation for strong relationships, both professional and personal. When a client is upset, AI can generate a polite apology or offer a solution, but a person with emotional intelligence can listen deeply, validate those feelings, and turn a negative experience into a positive one. They can de-escalate tension, show genuine care, and make people feel heard and valued. Self-awareness is a huge part of EQ too. It means knowing your own triggers, strengths, and weaknesses, and being open to feedback. It's about reflecting on your actions, learning from mistakes, and using that insight to grow and improve over time. In today's world of remote work and virtual meetings, reading emotional cues and communicating clearly is more important than ever. You have to pick up on tone, body language, and even silence all through a screen. It takes real skill to build rapport and trust when you're not face-to-face. AI can help facilitate communication, but it can't lead with genuine understanding or adapt to the emotional needs of a team in real time. Only a human can sense when someone needs support or when a group needs motivation. In negotiations, AI can crunch numbers, analyze data, and suggest strategies. But it can't build rapport, sense when someone's bluffing, or adjust its approach based on the subtle shifts in mood and body language that happen in the room. At the end of the day, business is about people. Products are made for people, and we work with people. The ability to connect, collaborate, and communicate effectively is what drives success. Technology is a powerful tool, but it's not a replacement for genuine human connection. It can make our work easier, but it can't replace the warmth, intuition, and understanding that comes from real relationships. EQ is what separates good team members from great ones, and managers from true leaders. It's the difference between simply getting the job done and inspiring others to do their best work. Emotional intelligence is about navigating social dynamics, resolving conflicts, and inspiring action. It's about understanding what motivates people, helping them overcome challenges, and creating an environment where everyone can thrive. AI processes information, but EQ processes feelings, and in many situations that's even more valuable. It's what helps teams bounce back from setbacks, celebrate wins, and support each other through tough times. So think about it. What's a time when someone's emotional intelligence made a real difference for you? Maybe a manager who listened when you needed it, or a coworker who helped you through a tough day. Share your story in the comments below. Remember, this isn't just about being nice or friendly, it's a strategic advantage in an automated world. The more you develop your EQ, the more valuable you become, no matter how much technology changes. Master emotional intelligence and you'll always be in demand. You'll be the person people want to work with, the leader others look up to, and the teammate everyone trusts. Let's move to the next skill and see how you can keep building your edge in the modern workplace. Skill number 2, critical thinking. In a world where information is everywhere, the ability to think critically is more important than ever. It's not just about having access to answers, but about knowing how to question them. AI gives us endless answers, but an answer isn't the same as insight. With so much data at our fingertips, it's easy to accept what's presented without digging deeper. Critical thinking means questioning information, spotting assumptions, and challenging your own beliefs. It's about not taking things at face value and being willing to ask, is this really true? AI finds patterns, but it doesn't debate itself or see the bigger picture. It can't weigh the emotional, ethical, or social impacts of a decision the way a human can. A critical thinker asks, what's missing? What's the real story behind the data? What are the possible consequences if we act on this information? AI can suggest a business move, but a human asks, what are the risks? What's the context? What's the history behind this situation? And what might we be overlooking? Humans connect ideas across fields. AI struggles with that. We draw on our experiences, intuition, and creativity to see links that aren't obvious in the data. Nuance is where the real value lies, and that's a human specialty. We can sense when something doesn't add up, or when a solution needs a more thoughtful approach. The most valuable person is the one who can sanity check AI's output and catch subtle errors. They're the ones who prevent costly mistakes and drive better decisions. Developing this skill takes effort, practice, and a willingness to be wrong sometimes. But it's what sets you apart in any field, and it's a skill that only grows stronger with use. The world is full of messy problems with no single right answer. Critical thinkers are comfortable with uncertainty and can navigate complexity with confidence. AI provides data, but humans make the call. We weigh the facts, consider the context, and ultimately take responsibility for the outcome. Think about a tough decision you've made where the data was unclear. Those moments define your growth. Critical thinking is irreplaceable, and it's what will keep you ahead in a world full of easy answers. Ready for the next skill? Let's go. Let's talk about creativity. AI can remix and generate endless variations, but it doesn't have lived experience or true inspiration. Human creativity connects dots no one else sees. Think of the Post-it note, born from a failed experiment and a unique problem. AI can generate slogans, but only humans break the mold and redefine categories. True creativity is about original ideas, not just outputs. When facing new, unpredictable problems, AI can't improvise, humans can. Creative problem-solving means seeing what could be, not just what is. It's about reframing questions and challenging assumptions. Companies pay a premium for people who think outside the box. Use AI as a creative partner. Let it generate ideas, but use your judgment to spot the game changers. In a world of AI-generated content, genuine originality is priceless. The spark of human genius can't be coded. That's why creativity and problem-solving are on this list. Let's keep going. You can have the best idea in the world, but if you can't communicate it, it goes nowhere. The ability to share your thoughts clearly and persuasively is what turns a simple idea into a movement, a product into a brand, and a team into a community. That's why communication, and especially storytelling, is essential. It's not just about transmitting information, but about making people care, remember, and act. AI can write emails and summarize reports, but it can't craft a story that inspires action. It can process language, but it doesn't understand the emotional journey that makes a message resonate. Storytelling is our oldest form of communication. It creates experiences, not just information. Stories have been used for thousands of years to teach, to connect, and to inspire. They help us make sense of the world and our place in it. A good story has a hero, a conflict, and a resolution. It takes the audience on a journey, allowing them to see themselves in the narrative and feel invested in the outcome. It makes ideas memorable and compelling. When people are emotionally engaged, they're far more likely to remember your message and act on it. I once saw a product launch where the lead told a user's story, not just specs, and everyone was instantly engaged. The room lit up because people could see the real-world impact, not just the features. AI can't do that because it doesn't understand the why behind the data. It can show you numbers, but it can't connect those numbers to human hopes, challenges, or dreams. In sales, leadership, and marketing, you're not just sharing facts. You're selling a vision. You're inviting people to imagine a better future and showing them how to get there. The best TED Talks are stories, not lectures. They move us because they're personal, relatable, and full of emotion. Storytelling requires empathy and creativity, knowing what your audience cares about and how to reach them. It's about listening as much as speaking, and adapting your message to fit the moment. AI can suggest talking points, but it can't deliver passion or build rapport. Only you can bring your unique perspective, energy, and authenticity to the conversation. Nonverbal cues, tone, body language, eye contact are all human. These subtle signals build trust and connection, making your message even more powerful. As work becomes more collaborative, clear and persuasive communication is a superpower. It's what helps teams align, solve problems, and innovate together. Translate complex ideas through stories and analogies. When you make the abstract concrete, you help others see possibilities they might have missed. Don't just be a better writer, be a better storyteller. Practice weaving facts into narratives and look for the human angle in every message you share. Before your next presentation, ask, what story do I want to tell? How can I make my audience feel, not just think? That's how you make your message stick. In a world full of noise, it's the storytellers who are remembered, and the stories that inspire action. The world is changing fast, and AI is speeding things up. Job roles are evolving and new ones are emerging all the time. That's why adaptability and continuous learning are must-haves. AI is static until retrained, but humans can learn, unlearn, and pivot in real time. Embracing a growth mindset, believing you can develop new skills, is key. Challenges become opportunities to learn. Organizations succeed when their people are committed to learning. Are you curious, willing to be a beginner again? AI can help you learn faster, but the drive to learn is yours. It's not just about technical skills. Adapt your approach, experiment, and stay flexible. The adaptable thrive, the rigid get left behind. Set aside time to learn, follow experts outside your field, and take on projects that push you. The half-life of skills is shrinking. What matters is your ability to learn what's next. Your capacity to learn is nearly infinite. That's your edge. What's a new skill you've learned recently? Share in the comments. Technology and talent are nothing without great leadership. Leadership and team building are profoundly human skills. AI can manage tasks, but it can't inspire, build trust, or create vision. A manager ensures work gets done. A leader makes people want to do the right work. Leadership is about care, psychological safety, and culture, things algorithms can't create. In a crisis, people look to humans for reassurance and direction. Great leaders coach, mentor, and see potential in others. AI can spot skill gaps, but it can't have a heartfelt conversation about dreams. Building a team is about chemistry, trust, and shared values. Trust is built through vulnerability, empathy, and consistency, not logic. As AI takes over admin tasks, human leadership becomes even more vital. Leaders will be culture setters, coaches, and sources of inspiration. You can't automate vision or morale. The ability to unite people is invaluable. If you're a leader, focus on the human side. Build trust, clarify vision, and communicate relentlessly. That's how you become irreplaceable. Our final skill, ethical judgment. As AI makes more decisions, ethics become critical. AI has no moral compass, we have to be its conscience. AI optimizes for objectives but doesn't understand right from wrong. If trained on biased data, it produces biased outcomes. Humans must define the values we want technology to uphold. We ask, is this fair, transparent, accountable? These are ethical, not technical questions. Privacy, fairness, and responsibility are human calls. Everyone, coders, managers, marketers, leaders, shares this responsibility. The most valuable professionals will be those who think critically about ethics. Key principles: fairness, accountability, transparency. This requires wisdom, considering long-term consequences and societal impact. As we design AI systems, we must design their ethical frameworks. Stay informed, challenge assumptions, and advocate for users. Technology reflects its creators. Let's make it a force for good. In a world of automated decisions, asking "is this right?" is irreplaceable. There you have it. 7 skills AI can't replicate. The real story isn't about fearing AI, but about what makes us valuable. AI automates the routine, freeing us to be more human. Your value will hinge on skills only humans have. EQ, critical thinking, creativity, communication, adaptability, leadership, and ethics. These aren't soft skills, they're power skills. Don't try to outcalculate the calculator. Use AI as a tool, but double down on what makes you unique. Invest in empathy, creativity, and judgment. That's how you thrive in the age of AI. If you're committed to growing your future-ready skills, like subscribe to AI Tech Think, and comment with the skill you think matters most. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.